Listen, being trans is like having an allergy. That sounds crazy AF. I know. Let me explain. Okay. I'm Shyaren, how you doing? Welcome back and stuff like that. So, did you know, and I didn't know this myself, a fun fact about allergies. When you are born, you literally do the lottery, right? You do the lottery, you do your dices and whatever the hell you gamble, you getcha, and you decide if you're gonna have any allergies or not. But listen, here's the big thing, the very real. Did you know that most people who are allergic to something are not allergic from start of birth to that specific thing? You basically don't roll the dice on if you're allergic or not. You roll the dice on if you have the capability to get allergic to a certain thing or not. Okay? How does that relate to being trans? Many people have said so many times, and we in the community obviously know it's true, right? You don't suddenly decide to become trans. Some other influences from other people don't make you trans. Oh my god, because you saw a trans person outside, you're not suddenly trans, okay? You, when you are born, you roll the dice, and if you have really good luck, you roll the 1% chance, and boom, good luck, you're trans, okay? That's how it happens. And there's so many things. I see this over and over and over on the internet, on comments, everywhere, where people go I cannot possibly be trans because I never had any of those feelings before today. I didn't experience any of that in my childhood. When I was a kid, I had a normal childhood, nothing happened to me. Guess what, friend? When you were a kid, you are not allergic to peanuts or freaking pollen either. Now, there's a discussion to be had where does this come from that you see a trans person and suddenly you realize you're trans? Let's say you live your whole life sheltered, right? And I don't mean sheltered freaking Heidi up in the mountains, okay? Okay, she had a pretty cool life. I mean you live in a pretty conservative family, in a pretty conservative environment, and all the people you interact with are cisgender. They're all straight, okay? That's the whole world you have known. Yeah, in some shows, there's a gay person, but everyone around you is why are these gays here again? I don't like that, okay? So you start building an opinion. And at some point you realize that maybe some traits that gay people have might be similar to traits you have. I'm spinning around my fingers, but you can't see because it's amazing, okay? Anyway. Right, so suddenly you internalize that maybe experiencing some more feminine traits, speaking for trans women right now, is bad for you, okay? Your family doesn't like that. You don't understand why, but that is your first response. They say, no, you cannot, okay? You cannot, it's not allowed. And then suddenly you're okay, yeah, I cannot, let's not. And that feeling goes goes away. It's locked up. But you guess what? That lock is corroding. It's only there for corroding. You should use the word corroding more in your your daily life. It's a nice word, okay? The lock is corroding, and every 3 years, for some people maybe every few months, this feeling comes back. And for some people, that lock can be a freaking titanium lock, and it takes a while to corrode. Myself, I only really realized I'm trans after 30 years of my life, okay? And that was only after I fully have grown up as an adult and interacted with the LGBTQI plus community and stuff like that. So let me now give you 2 examples. We're gonna go back to allergies, okay? The analogy about the allergies is about to analyze this whole process of your brain. So I, myself, I'm allergic against pollen, okay? Against 3 types. I have no idea how they're called in English, so we're not talking about that anyway. 3 pollen that are currently in season. It's 2 trees in a bush, right? And they want to kill me literally 24/7. Around the year 2021 was when I got really ill. You might have known what happened around 2020, 2021. So I got really ill. And after that, my immune system took a big hit, and nothing really happened. Yeah, I had some symptoms, but then I went back to work. The next year rolled around 2022, and it was the springtime, And I was like, I'm sneezing like way more than usual, but didn't think much of it because like I was a big sneezer before anyway. It's just a bit more now. It's nothing weird, okay? Then, a bit later, my eyes, sorry, not ears. What? Not my ears. My eyes, your ears from my screeching maybe. Anyway, my eyes were like really like tearing up. They were like itching and hurting, and it got like so bad, and I didn't know what it was. And since I didn't know what it was, I like kind of left it off for like a week or two, but it goes worse and worse and worse and didn't get better. So I went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, yeah, that looks like a freaking whatever the hell it's called for the eyes when your eyes get bad, where you have like to take antibiotica and stuff. I don't even know if that's the English term as well. Okay, you have to take medicine to make that go away, otherwise it doesn't go away by itself, right? It's an eye infection basically. And I was like, how did I get that? And then he asked me if I was allergic. I was like, I don't know, I've never been before. So we did like an allergy test, you know, the thing where you have like a lot of like dots on your arm, and they put like all kinds of garbage on there, and they see like which spots on your arm react to stuff, right? And I had 3 reactions, okay? To a tree in the bush. And guess what? The tree in the bush were currently in season. That's crazy, right? So then the doctor concluded, yeah, you have an eye infection because of your allergy. And I was like, you can get an eye infection because of an allergy? That makes no sense. And he was like, yeah, because if you don't take like your allergy medicine for a long time, it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And then it's basically the same symptoms as like a normal eye infection. I was like, damn. So from that point onward, I had to start doing multiple things. Number one, I had to take like those tablets, anti-allergy tablets. They're called like cetirizine or something. I don't know. I take them. They're like tiny white pills once a day. No big deal. But they didn't help enough. They helped about like some of the scratching on my arms and like some of the sneezing. But like the allergy got worse. Cue 2024. Or are we in 2023? I don't know. Cue the next year anyway. So now what's happened is my eyes got like so bad that the normal tablets didn't help anymore. So I had to take anti-allergy eye drops. Please take a moment to really digest that nice term, anti-allergy eye drop. Isn't it crazy that we 1 invented that and 2 need that? That's crazy, right? And like some freaking oranges in Freedom Land would say like, yeah, you have to die because you have that thing, you can't have medicine. Anyway, that's not the point of the video. So like, now I have to take them. Sometimes once a day in the morning is enough if I don't leave the house. If I do leave the house, I have to take them like 2 times, maybe 3 times. When I go to work, I slap them on before I leave the house. They're like around like freaking lunchtime at work, I slap on another potion. And potion? What? Huh? Anyway, and then like when I get home, I slap on a 3rd one because I obviously have to move through the city where the tree in the bush are living, and the tree in the bush are trying to kill me, okay? So the bush, the tree are still trying to kill me. So I do that. But then my nose got like so clogged and I couldn't breathe anymore. And when I sneezed every time, I had to like blow my nose. And then what happened? Guess what, baby girl? I had to take anti-allergy nose spray as well. So now here's Shy with her anti-allergy tablets, her anti-allergy eye drops, and her anti-allergy nose spray, finally being able to somehow sufficiently breathe, see, and exist during the spring. That was a lot about allergies, okay? I'm sorry if that didn't make sense, but it's important. It's so important. Because we go back... Sorry, I hit you. I didn't want to hit the microphone. We go back to the trans thing now, right? So let's say, oh my god, the feeling came back. Your titanium lock has corroded. It has corroded. It's gone. It's corroded, okay? Suddenly you're this, fuck! I'm trans. And it has corroded so much you cannot close it anymore. You 100% have realized it's over. The feeling, I have to accept that it's not possible to deny it any longer. And you're like, slowly but surely pick up like this information, those memory bubbles from your whole life where you're like, that's kind of weird. Wasn't that a sign that I was trans? But guess what? Those tiny little things have stacked up so much that have corroded your trans lock for the whole time, okay? And now it finally broke. So now you start to pick up back your life, okay? You're like, I have to do something. And similar to the allergy medicine, to be able to exist in this world, right? First off, you learn, okay? You learn. You go ask other people what experiences they have. Maybe you watch a video about someone yapping, like what experiences they had, okay? That's one thing. Then you go and potentially look for things you can do, maybe medically, maybe physically, maybe, I don't know, socially, okay? And then you realize there are multiple choose of things you can do, right? To alleviate, like your symptoms to feel better, maybe you want to change your name. Maybe you want to change your clothes. Maybe you need freaking allergy feeling bad HRT medicine, okay? Maybe you want to start HRT. Maybe you want vet surgery, this surgery or vet surgery over there. Nobody's stopping you. Nobody's stopping you, okay? Nobody is. I mean, some people are actually sadly trying to stop you. But like in general, not a random stranger is gonna come to you and like, baby girl, you cannot do that. It's like, you have to not take your anti-allergy eye drops. It's like against God. Your eyes, they have to hurt and itch and actually people are doing that and that's very sad, okay? Ignore them. Frick those people. So you now start puzzling together your self-help kit, okay? You say like, okay, these are the steps I want to take. And then you have to slowly take those steps. But similar, this is a process. Similar to the allergy story. You have to get like one thing after another. And you will, in like a week, you will figure out another thing you need or want, okay? And then like in a month, you will realize, oh, that one thing you didn't need anymore. And then like more and more and more and more. And then like 10 years down the line, you're actually where you want to be. And guess what? You started at 30. You're now 40. And you could see that from like a negative side. Oh my God, I'm 40 and I'm only now alive. Baby girl, you're 40. You probably have like at least 30 more good years, okay? Most of you will have like 40 more years. And medicine is advancing more. Probably you have like 50. If you're lucky, like really lucky, you have 60. And listen, it doesn't really matter how much more time you have. Because the time you have now is so much more important, so much more fulfilling. And you are you now. And that is amazing. Okay? You deserve that, baby girl. Okay, every day. I hope allergy and trans being related had made sense. Because I don't know where I started this video or where the middle part was. I just know I yapped a lot of my allergies. Okay? Anyway, post like a tree in the bush in the comments, okay? Thank you so much, and I shall see you next time. By the way, don't forget, I do have the gaming channel now, and the ASMR channel is getting like one video per day now. Go there. It's cool. Bye. I guess.